The world of handguns is growing exponentially over time, and I'm not talking in terms of years here. I'm talking about months. However, it's worth noting that both local and national dealerships in the United States, more or less, have almost the same reports when it comes to their best-selling handguns. It seems that despite how much the market grows, shooters still opt to pick those with tested and true reputation. What's up, everyone? This is Ted from Line 45. In this episode, I will be listing some of the best-selling pistols as of March 2024, and if you are looking for a gun to purchase next, these guns in this video should be a good start. Before we get underway, please remember to hit the like and subscribe button. I know it is a chore, but these simple clicks help my channel immensely. Now let's return to the video. Sig Sauer P320. The P320 has a military background, given that it was adopted by the United States Army as its sidearm. So being able to use something that has been used by arguably the best military force in the world is something wild, right? But is the P320 really worth its reputation? Yes. At the very least, that's how I see it. The P320 is a tested and tried striker-fired pistol. It features a consistent trigger pull with a short reset and incorporates a number of internal safeties, making it an extremely safe choice for civilian buyers. Moreover, it has solid reliability. It cycles different ammo, from training to plinking rounds up to heavy defensive loads. One notable aspect of the P320 is its modularity. Sig Sauer actually provides kits that let you change the size of the gun. Buy one P320, and you will have the freedom to turn it into a full-size, compact, or subcompact pistol, depending on your needs and preferences. If you want to, you can also change the caliber of your P320. From .357 SIG to 9mm, you actually have a decent number of options. The kits provided by SIG will include the grip module, magazine, and slide appropriate to your setup. The modularity of the P320 is probably one of the driving reasons for its popularity. Needless to say, the gun is definitely accurate and can work the way you want it to be. Its grip ergonomics are good, and even its stock sights provide a suitable sight picture. Smith & Wesson M&P M2.0 Metal Series. Most of the M&P pistols of Smith & Wesson use polymer frames. While it isn't a big problem, metal frames are still charming, right? The M&P M2.0 Metal Series should give you the benefits of a standard all-metal pistol, such as a reduced recoil and muzzle flip. If you are someone who values shootability instead of portability, this particular handgun from Smith & Wesson should appeal to you. Specifically, this striker-fired gun features a full-size frame made from 70-75 T6 aluminum. It's heavy, but as I've said, it helps the gun shoot faster and more accurately. With an empty mag, the Metal Series is as heavy as a loaded polymer M&P M2.0. And since it is an M&P product, it still retained the features that other M&P handguns possess, such as an 18-degree grip angle and good grip ergonomics. It also lets you change its back straps without the need for tools. The process only takes less than a minute if you are familiar with this process already. The removable back straps are good in my opinion. They have stippled texturing to negate slippages. Both sides have finger grooves, as they should serve as a generous thumb relief. Its magazine is fully beveled for faster reloading, while an integral Picatinny rail should let you slap a number of weapon accessories. I know there are a lot of M&P pistols you can opt for right now, but if I were you, put this on the top of your list. CZ75B. CZ75 is a cult classic. It somehow set the standard for full-size pistols, thanks to its robust construction, solid reliability, and straightforward ergonomics. In fact, there was even a time that this particular gun was advertised as a cheap alternative to more expensive competitors. The CZ75s you mostly see in the market right now are probably CZ75Bs. The B is a designation for the firing block, which is a feature that was not present on the original CZ75. The CZ75 has an all-steel construction, but they do have a polymer finish that adds to their overall sturdiness. The modern CZ75B also has a trigger guard, frame-mounted safety, and slide stop. One of the reasons that propelled the CZ75 to prominence is its excellent trigger. The CZ75B, in particular, has a crisp and clean single-action, double-action trigger. It has a relatively short reset and has little to no take-up. It's quite addicting to pull its trigger, especially if you brought dozens of ammo boxes with you. Speaking of ammo, the CZ75B can cycle different 9mm ammo, and so far, I haven't experienced any malfunction with this pistol yet. Of course, I am not looking forward to any reliability issues with this pistol. Just clean and maintain this gun, and it should work smoothly. Accuracy is also one of its strong points. It can maintain sub-3-inch groups at 25 yards even without the help of red dots. I also love the fact that it has a quick takedown, which again, lets you maintain the gun whenever needed. By the way, the CZ75B is available in 16 rounds of 9mm or 10 rounds of 40 S&W. Sig Sauer P365. Since it was launched in 2018 during that year's SHOT Show, the P365 has made itself the bar of concealed carry pistols. In fact, you can put this gun in the Mount Rushmore of handguns, and nobody will bat an eye. What made the gun appealing was its small size, high-capacity nature, and this basically kick-started the growth of the subcompact market. Basically, it inspired the likes of the GX4, Glock 43, and Springfield Hellcat. Take note that these guns are also impressive in their own right. The SIG P365 is as slim as your single-stack pistols, but it is already capable of holding 10 rounds, with options to go 12 rounds or 15 rounds if you are not residing in states with capacity restrictions, such as in California. There are no threaded barrels on this gun, but it shoots accurately enough even without a compensator. And that's one of the most interesting aspects of the gun. For a gun that didn't even reach 6 inches long, it's quite precise. Of course, there's snappiness on the pistol, but this is no longer surprising. Plus, the kick of the 9mm ammo is something that you can manage with a little practice. Furthermore, you'll love the fact that it comes with the SIG X-ray night-day sights, so even without optics, target acquisition is not an issue at all. Right now, the P365 is available in different variants, including the X-Macro and AXG Legion, so feel free to check them out. Glock 43X. Ever since its release, the Glock 43X has unofficially become the flagship concealed carry pistol of Glock. It's one of the latest innovations from Glock, though Glock isn't really known to be innovative, that incorporates capacity and concealability into one. This subcompact 9mm pistol has an overall length of 6.5 inches, while its barrel is about 3.41 inches long. It stands up to 5 inches tall, while its width is a little over an inch, since it uses the Slimline series frame of Glock. With an empty mag, the gun only weighs 16.4 ounces. These numbers made it really obvious that the gun is designed for everyday carry. Its standard capacity is 10 rounds, but you know Glock. There are tons of extended mags for this pistol in the aftermarket. The Glock 43X is the slightly bigger version of the Glock 43, which was constructed to compete against the reigning king of the concealed carry market, the SIG P365. Essentially, users found out that the Glock 43 was too small, so they used a larger frame for the Glock 43X. It can fit my pinky finger on its grip, which in turn lets me shoot it steadily. Also, the Glock 43X is patterned from the key designs of Glock Gen 5 pistols, so it doesn't have any finger grooves, unlike the previous Glock generations. At the same time, it features texturing unique to Gen 5 guns, as well as standard features like Glock Marksman barrel, modular optic system, and safe action system. So far, the Glock 43X impresses the market with its reliability, and with its slimline trigger and beaver tail, you can optimize your control over the gun, allowing you to hit targets with incredible precision. And that completes our list. Thanks for sticking to the end. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like and share buttons. I know it's a chore, but it helps the channel a lot. Until next time, drive safely.